How long have you been standing there?
Tell me like a Hellcat.
Look, I get it. You're ready for the next review, but 2018 just got started. I just had my breakfast. It's a little early for a review right now. Well, since you are here, let me see. So going back to controversial material, we talked about Nazis and we talked about whatever the nutsack is. Let's talk about something else that's controversial. Gender politics. We're going to talk today about a show that you may or may not have actually heard of. It's actually an Australian-Canadian show called She's Out. She's Out was brought to us by creator Obi Scott Wade, who you might have heard of as the writer of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. He's also written several other shows, and is also a co-creator of Julius and Friends back in 2002. She's Out was originally created for Disney Channel's Shorty McShort Shorts back in 2007, which also brought to us the show Kill It! Kill It with Fire! The concept of She's Out came to Wade as a little kid when he had wondered what would happen if Billy Batson from Shazam accidentally said Shazam instead of Shazam. I'll tell you what wouldn't happen. This show. Wade found a bunch of women writers and would ask them things like, what are some lady things that a lady superhero would have as a lady power? Hear that, ladies? Wade wants to blame you for this show. The show itself has received some controversy by many mothers who are concerned about having a transgendered superhero. But is it worth the hate? Is it really that bad of a show? I think you already know the answer to that question. But we're just going to watch the pilot episode of She's Out. The first episode is called She's Out Happens. I hope this show is nothing but woman-related puns. We start off with the manliest thing you can think of. Skateboarding.
Oh, yeah! Cool trick, guy! What do you call it?
A guy thing.
Off to a great start, aren't we? We are introduced to Guy, the main character, and his sister, Kelly.
Guy!
What?
Mom said you'd help me unpack!
Can't you do the girly unpacking yourself, Kelly?
Yeah, lifting heavy boxes and putting things away is so obviously a girly thing to do.
I'm right in the middle of an important board meeting. Get it? Board meeting?
How much time do I have left? Oh, God! Oh! But of course, his sister convinces him to do some unpacking as we learn that they inherited the house from their dead Aunt Agnes. They find a hidden ring in a wall that has no lock and could be opened by anyone. Not really that well hidden, is it? Aunt Agnes, as it turns out, used to be the superhero named She's Out. But to prove that she wasn't, Guy takes the ring, puts it on, and says the magical words,
You go, girl!
and now he is She's Out. Cool.
What happened?
The ring turned you into She's Out!
Okay, no problem. Just take the ring off.
It can't come off!
Why not?
She's Out legend clearly states that whoever shall weareth the ring shall forever bear the responsibility of She's Out.
Then how did the ring end up in the wall? If Aunt Agnes died as She's Out, who did she get to put it in the wall? So does that mean that someone else knows Aunt Agnes is She's Out? What's the time code? 4 minutes, and we already have so many questions with your story. Now, to be fair, this could have been answered in a later episode, but as it is right now, it makes no sense. Because She's Out is a woman, or girl, or whatever, one of her powers is screaming really loud. They reveal that there's a mirror that hides She's Out's base and a supercomputer named Sheila. Yeah, you may have noticed one of the major problems with this episode. The she-related puns. They are literally all throughout this episode, as well as throughout the show, and it is grating.
You're Sheila!
She-emergency. Let's see what this she-icle can really do. She-hilarious. Whoa, she-amazing.
It's just inconceivable!
Along with some of the other bad jokes we've heard earlier.
Well, Now dude look like a lady.
Shut the front door.
Snatching up Megadale's most valuable booty.
She said booty.
This just shows that this is just really lazy and not well thought out writing. Which is kind of a shame, because this show could have been something really interesting if the writing was just better and if the jokes were funnier. But as it is, they're not.
Are you ready to kick some, Shizao?
Me?
Unfortunately.
That was weird. In order to fight the pirates that are terrorizing the city, they get into the vehicle and drive to an isolated spot to test out Shizao's powers.
We're breaking free!
Zing! Shizao can't fly.
There is literally a group of pirates terrorizing the city. Can we not kill the superhero, please? It turns out Shizao's powers aren't just screaming really loud. Her powers include super strength, super speed, a variety of different gadgets, including a boomerang brush. Get it? Because lady things! And
We gotta go find Dad. Somewhere deep inside me, I can sense he needs help.
Of course he can. Shizao has She-SP.
She-SP. By the way, if she has She-SP, how come she didn't know about the flying earlier?
Uh-huh. Too bad it didn't work when you told me I could fly.
Stop listing off your plot holes. That's my job. Anyway, at downtown, we come across the first major villains, the Pushy Pirate Posse, aka the PPP.
Get the dog's jewels. And his too.
Wow, that was so funny I forgot what laughter was. We meet Guy's and Kelly's dad, who is a police officer, who seems to fight the pirates rather okay, actually. Until they were stopped for some reason. Yeah, why did you stop fighting? It wasn't like he was getting beaten or he was doing a bad job fighting the pirates. He was showing that he was fighting them confidently. Why did he stop? What happened between here and here? Doesn't make any sense. The pirates are about to get away until Shizao arrives on the scene and accidentally sinks their ship. Shizao didn't even fight the pirates! Okay, well here's something interesting. It turns out that their dad actually hates Shizao. Now that could make for some interesting family conflicts and dynamics, and perhaps throughout the show they explore that a little bit more.
That's right. Dad hates Shizao.
Nope, just a simple sentence. There, gone. Don't need to explain any more than that. Done! That's all you need. Obviously, this could be explored later on in other episodes. But first, we need to humiliate Guy some more. That's not suspicious at all.
Come on, Dad. I saved the town. I mean, Shizao, who I secretly am not, saved the town.
Did you? I'm pretty sure you just crashed into their boat. If you saved them, it's because you're an idiot, not because you were a superhero. Son, if I ever catch you wearing women's clothing, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me, but I would still be disappointed. Also, who serves fish in a bowl? Guy's friend notices the Shizao boots, which begs the question why no one else does. In fact, he's permanently supposed to wear the ring. Wouldn't someone else be like, hey, why are you wearing that ring? It's got the Shizao symbol in it. What, so he has to hide his hand for the rest of his life? Now that I think about it, this is actually a really inconvenient way to have your superpowers. It's not like Iron Man where you can hide it under your shirt. This is just like a ring on his hand that people can see. Guy and Kelly lets the friend in on the shenanigans. She turns back into Guy, and the first part of the episode ends. Now to part 2 of the episode called Coldfinger. Yeah, because this is the demographic of kids that watch James Bond. This episode revolves on the event called ShizaoCon, where the fans of Shizao meet and ask questions. Guy doesn't want to go because he doesn't know anything about Shizao lore, even though he has a supercomputer that knows everything.
I'm aware of your identity. I know everything.
Yeah, no, there's no flaws, there's no problems, just a computer that knows everything. Don't be an idiot. Thus, we meet our supervillain, Coldfinger, who looks like every other DC cold-related supervillain.
You talking to yourself in there again, Timmy?
Yes, Mother. I'm a super evil villain. That's what we do.
Maybe it's just me, but So far, he's the best part of the show. Based on the villains that we see in the intro, I wonder if any of them are as entertaining or as well thought out as this character, but the idea of a villain that lives with his mother and tries to act cool, even though he's a huge dork, that interests me. I think that is an interesting concept, and I like that. Maybe whoever spent a lot of time on Coldfinger should have spent some time on the rest of this show. Guy's friend tries to be a sidekick named Meteor Man, which seems like a good idea until dogs start eating his costume. Well, that happened. After a bunch of not funny jokes, Coldfinger freezes Kelly and reveals that he used to be the president of the Shizao fan club until... Wait, what happened?
What happened?
I don't know. I was late on my dues or something.
I love that. Why aren't you the president anymore? I don't know. The script. She fights some snowmen with a lightsaber, I mean a laser lipstick, and doesn't finish the villain off when she had the chance to. It's through here we learn Shisao's weakness is her hair, because... lady things! Ooh, 'cause we're ladies, and our lady things.
Oh no! When your hair goes limp, follow your powers! Not a good idea to tell the villain my weakness, Meteor Man!
He should already know that. He used to be president of the fan club. He should know more about Shizao than Guy does. Why would revealing your weakness do anything? He knew that Shizao never had a sidekick. He should know what your weakness is. Well, I guess the writer didn't think about this, because even the character says...
So that's it, huh? It's all about the hair.
You should already know. This is not good writing. This is inconsistent. Anyway, with the help of Sheila, she fixes her hair.
Wow! I'm totally she-vitalized!
Get it? Because she's a girl! And because she's a girl, she has a superpower called the Heavy-Handed Super She-Slap. To slap Coldfinger out of the arena, where they trick him into eating spicy food which melts him. How? It's like if Mr. Freeze ate the Blair's hot sauces and then decided to melt. It doesn't make any sense. Is he actually made of ice? Whatever, the show is over. Who cares? Shizao is she-it. If you didn't tell me that the creator asked women writers for help on this show, I would have said that this was sexist and lazy. Its biggest problem is the writing itself, because it has the opportunity to explore an interesting idea of a boy who turns into a girl superhero, but doesn't take advantage of it. I will say that the animation can at times be okay, and the idea of the villain in this pilot seemed pretty cool. Forgive my pun, but they don't explore any unique ideas. Shizao is a mostly missed opportunity. The writing doesn't make any sense, and the characters are kind of bland, and there's nothing that's really redeemable about this show. There you go, my first review of 2018. I hope you liked it. I hope everyone had a good New Year's, and I'm gonna make some more on the way. Get out of my house!
Tell me like your Hellcat.
Nice digs.
Yeah, they inherited the old place from their Aunt Agnes.
Wish I had an Aunt Agnes.